It's Week 5 of the National Football League. And coming up, we'll see the electric Kyler Murray. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Commanders and the Browns. Next on Madden NFL 25.
Just a little ways east from the nation's political arena, we're in a much different type of arena here. Northwest Stadium in Landover, Maryland. And just like that, the season has reached October. Joined by Brock Hewitt up here in the booth, I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, I don't know about you, but I always feel like the smells start to change in October. It just really starts to smell like fall, smell like football, second month of the regular season. And these next few games take on a greater importance moving forward.
Gosh, I wish I had a sense of smell. Mine is so bad, but I love what you're cooking right there. And I love this stretch of games because it makes a lot of teams contenders and a bunch of the other sellers as the trade deadline arrives here at the end of the month. You go on a hot streak heading into Halloween and things will be looking great. But flounder this month, and you may end up seeing some of your buddies shipped off and playing elsewhere.
Cam Little out for the opening kick. And we're off and running from Landover. On the return, here comes Justice Hill. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. They're led out by a motivated player coming off an injury, one of the game's great young QBs, Joe Burrow.
Nobody came away happy last week, no question about it. Himself, most of all. His team went 0-1, picking up the loss, but he was 0-1. One pick, no touchdowns. Not good enough. Defeat not an option this week. And neither is a lack of touchdowns. They intend to rectify both.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Yeah, it's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
Hands into the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Stuck to the ground, but nothing gained that time, and it brings up 3rd and 7.
Here we go.
Looking to throw Burrow. And the Commanders get home, they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. The Browns are lining up to punt. Coming off 4 punts in that loss, and he boots his first of this game away. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the 60-year pro and former #1 overall pick out of Oklahoma, Kyler Murray.
One of the beauties of the quarterback position is it's not cookie cutter. QBs come in all different shapes and sizes. Some are 5'10", some are 6'6". Some are better on the run, some are better in the pocket. For Kyler Murray, man, he is at his best when he's playmaking. When his athleticism, that dual threat nature comes to life, that is when he is typically a defense's worst nightmare.
Kyler starting off with a throw. And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Murray. That one's incomplete over the middle. That was Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Murray. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he's just going to fair catch this one. That's brought in at the 39-yard line. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Browns will go on offense. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Gun. Shot.
The first carry now for Kyren Williams. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that game. Chase Young bringing him down there. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them are just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46. 1st down, Burrow to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Sidney Brown in on that stop.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target. Thanks. And his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Burrow setting up the play action. Diggs there to bring it in. Running in the red zone. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns go up 6-0 here in the 1st. It's a Stephon Diggs touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
On now is Cook to kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. Back out run the Commanders for their 2nd drive of the game. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3 and out to begin this game. Got a man, Palmer has it. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket and get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. This one goes for 3 yards. And the Commanders will have a 1st. Pressure coming, it's Murray. And there's a man there, it's intercepted. And the Browns, they're gonna have it. And he's gonna hang on to that football. That's his 1st career interception.
You know, I know it doesn't show up as a whole lot of return yards on the stat sheet. That's big time. Every single yard is a bonus, setting your offense up for success, and most importantly, taking the ball away and getting off the field defensively.
That's complete to Diggs on the slant. And he takes it up and across midfield to Commanders territory.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. No gain on 2nd down, and they need 2 here on 3rd.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
11, MT, 12, 12.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Here we go, here we go. 11, MT, 11, Thomas.
We're ready now for the second quarter. Browns in control of it. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. They stay on the ground with Williams. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw. What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, we did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
And for the Commanders, a 5th defensive back out there. They're going nickel on 3rd down. Burrow out of the shotgun. Caught by Diggs. And this one does not go far.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And their special teams converts to get them something out of that possession. On now is Cook to kick this away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 29. Got a man, it's Drake London. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Irving hauls it in. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Back to the air. Murray. Buys time, rolling right. That's 16 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st. Shotgun handoff to Irving. And he's tackled for a short gain. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. From the 36. He's on the move. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. He has the 1st over the middle. Touchdown, Washington. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with. I think of the receivers, they got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they could be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Back out now comes the Browns offense. They come in on a little 2-game skid, Brock, but in control of this one so far. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
Slot man in motion right. Here's Williams to start the drive. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the 1st defender. Heck, not even by the 2nd one who was able to bring him down.
Here we go.
It took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
Throw secured by George Pickett. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. We've hit the 2-minute warning now from the nation's capital.
Gun.
The Browns pushing for points. On first down, here's Burrow. Goddard makes the catch. And they get this down to the 28. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. They'll come up 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. This one finds Goddard. And he gets him around 6 there. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. There's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
That pass complete to Goddard. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. Play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. To throw again, it's Burrow. Oh, no touchdown, it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Commanders will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
The Commanders head out now late in the first half. With the time remaining, we'll see if they can get this into field goal range before halftime. Murray here on first down. He put everything he had into this one. Big game downfield. He makes it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders get some late points and the lead. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. Little able to connect on the point after. And the Commanders take a 4-point lead. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Hill now to return it. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Short pass brought in. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Patrick Queen ranging in for the tackle.
On 2, ready?
All right, here we go. Second down.
Here we go.
Play action now. Burrow. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Now the Browns spend their final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Here we go, here we go.
Burrow from the gun. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
He fires one deep down the... It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. L'Jarius Sneed with the INT. Plenty. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start up at TIAA Bank Stadium in Jacksonville. And it's the Colts who have the lead in that one. The Texas man, Bijan Robinson, a touchdown run. It was a solid first half for the always dangerous Kyler Murray. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission. With that, the two squads are headed out of the tunnel. So let's get you back out to Kay Scott and Brock Ewer. These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half ahead. It's time to get back at it. For the call, let's rejoin Kate Scott and Brock Ewer.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. On now is Cook to kick this away. Cordarrelle Patterson now to return. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Commander offense with the football first to begin quarter number 3. They're already on a modest little winning streak here. Currently in position to stretch it to 3 games as they take the field again. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
They put Flowers in motion right. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
That's why you often see some mix, some high percentage pass plays on 1st and 10. You got to keep a defense honest. They're always looking for a run in that situation and a chance to stack them up for 2nd and long.
From the gun, it's Murray. This ball's cut by Palmer. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And the Commanders will have a first. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. On 1st and 10, it's Murray. That one's caught along the left sideline. Touchdown, Washington! The Commanders grow the lead coming out of halftime. Drake London with the touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
That one splits the uprights. And the Commanders drive their lead to 11. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Hill now to return it. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30.
Ready?
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Second half starts with a run by Williams. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Patrick Queen ranging in for the tackle. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Finds him over the middle. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
Here we go.
Burrow. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Kyle Hamilton with the pick. And the Commanders will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Irvin here from the gun. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Into the hands of Likely. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock. And, hey, there's still time he could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As long as there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Now Kyler has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Cam Little now to attempt this field goal. It's on the left hash, 46 yards out. The kick by Shudak is good. And that extends their lead to 14.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lot. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Hill now to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Browns back out on offense as we see Kyren Williams again. And the running lanes, and they've been hazardous. Not quite the decorated collection of highlights from him that we're going to look at here. Those big plays, the explosive runs where he leads an offense, just haven't been there for him in this one. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
11. It's your set. 11 MT, 12. 11 MT.
Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
From the 28. Hits him on the end route. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. It's a gain of 12 there. And that gives the Browns a 1st. Move slated down to approach here from the 40.
11, 12.
From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for them. I mean, you're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat. But the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Escapes the pocket. He's on the move.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm. Especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Third and short, it's Burrow. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that's good for a Cleveland first down. New set of downs for him from the 46.
Here we go.
Up the gut they go with Williams. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
2nd and 4. The throw right side, caught by Goddard. And they bring him down around the 34. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
11.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
It's just set.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear.
Here we go.
And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Looking right, and he finds him. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Straight ahead with Williams. Finds a big lane. Dodges the tackle, and he's in. Touchdown. The Browns now within 1 score in the 4th. Kyren Williams, the touchdown. He broke the tackle he needed to, Brock. And how about that effort then to keep it going and eventually reach that end zone?
Yeah, that's awesome on the offensive side. Defensively, not every missed tackle is the same. It may be on a stat sheet, but sometimes that help to finish a play isn't arriving quick enough, and you're the only one, the last line of defense. And in that moment, you got to scratch, you got to claw, you got to tear to make the stop.
And he goes down, the pressure gets home, and they will not take another 2 off that lead. Ooh, this is so tough, Brock. You understand what he was trying to do, make something happen, ended up outside the pocket, but even some added creativity can't yield 2 points here.
You get down here on these 2-point conversions, the real estate just gets gobbled up in a hurry. Not only for the QB, but the receivers as well. Only so much time to try to make something work before that defender said, not in my house.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. Got a man. Palmer has it. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. 2nd and 3 now. Out of the gun. Here's Murray. To the sideline and secured by London. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it. Straight ahead, it's Irving. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that'll be good for a Washington first. Once again, Irving. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, an instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
Finding Flowers. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a first down.
And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped. The rookie from Michigan there that time.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Looking to throw. Completed to Flowers. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward. Offense set for a 1st and 10. They give to Irving, left side. And he's going to advance them down to the 4-yard line. They get 6, and we've reached the 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in D.C. Commanders leading by 8. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Murray to throw. That pass complete to Irving. And that's a Washington touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Hill now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Completed over the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts.
On 1, ready?
Need to work as quick as you can here, Brock. 2 timeouts left, down 2 scores. It's 1st down.
Here we go.
Throwing is Burrow. Short pass brought in.
Gotta go.
And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Browns fighting the clock now, trying to hurry back to that line. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
Here we go.
To throw again, it's Burrow. Goddard makes the catch. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Browns fighting the clock now, trying to hurry back to that line. This one finds Goddard. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Browns fighting the clock now, trying to hurry back to that line. Cut by Diggs. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. Now the Browns spend their final timeout. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Burrow from the gun. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. L'Jarius Sneed with the INT. And the Commanders get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. But you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation. Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
To score this as a win for the Commanders. And the sting of losing such a close one the week before, apparently still at the forefront of their minds. They got out there and rebounded nicely with a win this week. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Commanders. As with that, we sign off from D.C.